The year was 570 CE, a time when the world was vastly different from what we know today. It was an era marked by the rise and fall of empires, the spread of ancient philosophies, and the birth of new religions. In this year, the world witnessed the birth of a child who would alter the course of history. This child was born in the harsh and arid lands of the Arabian Peninsula, a region known for its vast deserts and nomadic tribes. In the bustling city of Makkah, a boy named Muhammad was born into the respected clan of Banu Hashim. Makkah was not just any city, it was a thriving center of trade and pilgrimage, attracting people from all over the Arabian Peninsula. The Banu Hashim clan belonged to the powerful tribe of Quraysh, who were the custodians of the Kaaba, the holiest shrine in Arabia. The Kaaba was a sacred sanctuary that housed numerous idols and was a focal point for various religious practices. Little did anyone know that this child, born into a world of tribal conflicts and spiritual unrest, would one day become the prophet of Islam. The Arabian Peninsula was a land of constant strife, with tribes often engaged in fierce battles over resources and honor. The arrival of Muhammad was marked by several events considered significant by the Arabs. These events were seen as signs that something extraordinary was about to unfold. Stories of these occurrences were passed down through generations, adding to the mystique surrounding his birth. Some accounts tell of the shaking of the thrones of powerful kings, symbolizing the impending shift in power and the dawn of a new era. These tales were not just confined to Arabia but spread far and wide, reaching distant lands and peoples. Another significant event was the extinguishing of sacred fires, which were kept burning by ancient religious orders. This was seen as a powerful omen, indicating the end of old beliefs and the beginning of a new spiritual journey. These occurrences were seen as omens, hinting at the momentous change this child would bring. The birth of Muhammad was not just the arrival of a new life, but the beginning of a transformative era that would reshape the spiritual and social fabric of the world. Tragedy struck early in Muhammad's life. Born in the bustling city of Makkah, he was destined for greatness, but his journey began with immense sorrow. He lost his father, Abdullah, even before he was born. Abdullah was a young man full of promise, but his untimely death left a void in Muhammad's life. His mother Amina deeply cherished her son. She saw in him a light that would one day shine brightly for all to see. Her love and care were the pillars of his early years. She sent him to live with a Bedouin wet nurse, Halima Sadiya, in the desert. This was not just a tradition, but a means to ensure he grew up strong and healthy. This was a common practice among the people of Makkah. They believed that the harsh desert environment would build resilience and character in their children. They believed the desert air to be healthier for infants. The vast open spaces and the purity of the desert were thought to be beneficial for a child's development. At the tender age of 6, Muhammad lost his mother too. Amina's death was a devastating blow, leaving him in the care of his grandfather. He became an orphan, twice bereaved. The loss of both parents at such a young age could have broken many, but Muhammad's spirit remained unyielding. His paternal grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, a respected leader of the Quraysh, took him under his wing. Abdul Muttalib was a man of great wisdom and stature. Abdul Muttalib showered him with love and care. He treated Muhammad with a special affection, recognizing the unique qualities in his grandson. He provided him with protection and instilled in him the values of honesty and integrity. Under his guidance, Muhammad learned the importance of truth and moral conduct. However, this guardianship was short-lived. The bond they shared was deep, but fate had other plans. When Muhammad was 8, Abdul Muttalib also passed away. This marked another profound loss in his young life, but it also set the stage for his remarkable journey ahead. Following his grandfather's death, Muhammad's uncle Abu Talib assumed responsibility for him. Abu Talib was a trader by profession and often traveled across Arabia. Muhammad accompanied him on these journeys, learning the nuances of trade and interacting with people from diverse backgrounds. These experiences exposed him to the social and economic disparities of his time. During his youth, Muhammad earned a reputation for his honesty, trustworthiness, and piety. He became known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy. His integrity and ability to resolve disputes with fairness earned him the respect of the people of Makkah. He was known for his contemplative nature, often seeking solitude and reflecting upon the injustices and inequalities around him. At the age of 25, Muhammad's life took a significant turn when he met Khadija bint Khuwaylid. A respected businesswoman of noble lineage, Khadija was known for her wisdom and independence. Impressed by his integrity and character, she proposed marriage to him. Their marriage was a union of love, respect, and mutual admiration. Khadija, 15 years his senior, recognized his inherent goodness and supported him wholeheartedly. Their home became a sanctuary of peace and tranquility. Their union was blessed with several children, although not all survived to adulthood. Their daughter Fatima, however, would become a beacon of strength and faith in the years to come. Section 5. Revelations in the Cave. As Muhammad entered his late 30s, he began to withdraw from the material world, seeking solace and spiritual enlightenment in the solitude of the Cave of Hira. Located near the summit of Jabal al-Nur, the cave provided a serene environment for contemplation and reflection. In 610 CE, when Muhammad was 40 years old, a life-altering event occurred during one such retreat. The angel Jibreel, or Gabriel, appeared before him, commanding him to read. Overwhelmed by the divine presence, Muhammad initially hesitated, but the angel repeated the command, "Read, in the name of your Lord, who created man from a clinging clot. Read, and your Lord is the most generous." Section 6. The First Believers. These verses, the very first of the Quran to be revealed, marked the beginning of Muhammad's prophetic mission. Deeply moved and somewhat shaken by the experience, he returned home to Khadija. He confided in her, expressing both his awe and his apprehension. Khadija, with unwavering faith and wisdom, reassured him. She became the first person to embrace Islam, the new faith that Muhammad was chosen to convey. Her cousin, Waraka ibn Nawfal, a learned man with knowledge of previous scriptures, recognized the magnitude of Muhammad's experience and confirmed his prophethood. Section 7. The Quraysh's Opposition. As Muhammad began to share the revelations he received, a small but dedicated group of followers began to form. Among the first to embrace Islam were his close friend Abu Bakr, a prominent trader known for his honesty and gentle nature, and Ali ibn Abi Talib, his young cousin, who grew up in his household. However, the message of Islam, with its emphasis on monotheism and social justice, was not well received by everyone in Makkah. The Quraysh, particularly its wealthy and powerful elite, felt threatened by this new faith that challenged their traditional beliefs and practices, especially those related to the numerous idols they worshipped. Section 8. A Year of Sorrow. The Quraysh intensified their opposition. They subjected the growing Muslim community to ridicule, social ostracism, and physical persecution. In an attempt to put pressure on Muhammad and his followers, they imposed a social and economic boycott on the Prophet's clan, Banu Hashim. The year 619 CE became a time of great sorrow for Muhammad. He lost his beloved wife and constant companion, Khadija, and his uncle and protector, Abu Talib. These losses were profound blows. The year became known as al-Huzn, the Year of Sorrow. Section 9. Towards a New Dawn. This chapter delves into a pivotal moment in the history of Islam, a time when the message of Muhammad began to spread far and wide, despite the numerous challenges and obstacles that lay ahead. Despite the hardships, Muhammad's message continued to resonate. His followers, though few in number initially, were deeply moved by the profound wisdom and spiritual guidance he provided. They gathered in secret, away from the prying eyes of those who opposed them, to listen to his teachings and find solace in his words. He received further revelations, offering solace and guidance to his followers. These divine messages were not just words, they were a source of strength and hope, illuminating the path ahead for those who chose to believe. Each revelation brought with it a renewed sense of purpose and determination. Amongst these was the miraculous night journey, Isra and Miraj. This event was a testament to the divine connection Muhammad had with the Almighty, a journey that transcended the physical realm and ventured into the spiritual. In a single night, he was miraculously transported from Makkah to Jerusalem and then ascended through the heavens. This journey was not just a physical one, but a spiritual ascent, symbolizing the elevation of the soul and the profound connection between the earthly and the divine. This extraordinary journey, though initially met with skepticism by some, ultimately strengthened the faith of the believers. It was a sign of divine favor and a reminder of the boundless possibilities that faith could unlock. The believers found renewed vigor and commitment in their faith. As the Muslim community grew in Makkah, so did the opposition. The message of unity and monotheism threatened the established order, leading to increased hostility and persecution. The believers faced social ostracism, economic sanctions, and even physical harm. It became increasingly clear that a new home, where they could practice their faith freely, was needed. The search for a sanctuary, a place where they could live without fear of persecution, became paramount. The community began to look beyond Makkah for a place of refuge. The stage was set for the Hijra, the emigration to Yathrib, later to be known as Medina. This journey was not just a physical relocation but a significant spiritual and communal shift. It marked the beginning of a new chapter, a new dawn for the Muslim community. This event would mark a turning point in the history of Islam. The Hijra was a moment of transformation, a leap of faith that would lay the foundation for the growth and spread of Islam. It was a journey towards a new dawn, filled with hope, resilience, and unwavering faith.